All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to Warhawk. I'm your host Sophia Smith, and today this is episode 7, and I am here with a CoBE student, but he's also a CoBE or a UW-Whitewater athlete. So I'm going to introduce you guys. This is Caleb, and if you want to tell us your grade, your major, and then a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a junior this year. I'm a marketing major, captain on the track and field team, and that's about it.
Yeah, so this is a little different from our last episode. So I had 3 people in our last episode, back down to 1, and this is a first for the Warhawk to Warhawk podcast. So he is an athlete, and I'm glad to have a little bit of a different type of person on here, just switching it up, I guess. So what is one fun fact about you? I always tell people in my episodes, like, icebreaker. If a teacher asks you, like, what's an icebreaker, what would you tell them?
I think my fun fact is that last year, my Spotify Wrapped, I listened to more podcasts than music.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a big podcast guy. Do that a lot when I'm working. So.
Working? What do you do for work?
Well, in the summer, I worked a maintenance job in my hometown, so I was doing a lot of grass mowing.
Oh,
so I would just zone out and listen to podcasts, a lot of fantasy football, and to prepare for our fantasy draft. So it always worked out nice.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of people that listen to podcasts. I mean, I hope people are listening to this one, but. At least young people. So.
Yeah, I say my fun fact relates to what we're doing, I guess.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna jump right into our topic 2. So becoming a UWW athlete. Since this is the first athlete I've had on here, we're gonna give the people watching a little rundown on how you became a college athlete. So how long have you been doing track/running?
So I started track in 5th grade. Mm-hmm. So that would be, that's 11 years.
That's a long time.
Wow. Okay. Jeez. Yeah.
So that's a long time to be doing a sport. Did you know, did you always want to continue your athletic career, past high school and stuff, or did it just, kind of happen randomly?
Honestly, I never had the aspirations because I didn't know even, what it took to be a college athlete, because I went to a small school, so it was kind of there wasn't a lot of people that ever came out of our school and ended up going to college to be an athlete. So it was kind of it did that. I guess that dream didn't really aspire until my junior year. I had a couple of colleges DM me on Instagram after halfway through my track season, and then that was where I was like, oh wow, maybe I actually could do this. And it's kind of funny because track was actually my least favorite sport to do in high school. I wish I could have been a basketball player, but I wasn't tall enough, and then football was huge at our high school, so everyone loved football. But yeah, track was not my fallback, but it was my least favorite of the 3, but it ended up being the one I was the best at.
Awesome. So were you a three-sporter, football, basketball, and then track? So you were just one of those kids that did sports all through?
In our high school, because there was, most people graduate with hundreds of people in their class. We graduated with 70, and our whole school was 280.
Dang.
So it's if you were any decent athlete, you were you needed to be on every sport.
Yeah, you guys needed the numbers.
Yes,
to
for sure.
Interesting. See, so I went to Grafton for 3 years.
Oh, that's right by.
Yeah, and then I moved to Stevens Point. So I went to Grafton, and there was 500 kids, and then I moved to Stevens Point, and there was 1,500 kids, and I'm like, holy crap! So
it's way different.
Yeah. What was the journey becoming an athlete at UW-Whitewater? So you said you got a couple of DMs. Was Whitewater one of the schools that DM'd you, or did you have to reach out to them?
Yeah, so Whitewater did not DM me. I had started touring colleges just in general. I toured a couple colleges, and then I was like, all right, I want to go tour more than one UW school. So I toured Stevens Point, didn't really like it, and I was like, all right, what's a different UW school I want to tour? And my mom actually went to Whitewater as well, and she was also on the track team when she went here. So I was like, I'll tour Whitewater. I know my mom was there. My dad went here for 2 years as well. So I toured here. I really liked it, and then I DM'd our sprints coach, and I said, hey, I really like Whitewater. I think I'm gonna come here. These are the times that I run. Yeah. Will I be able to try out for the team? And he reached out to me. He's like, this is what I want you to run. Message me at the end of your senior year and see, if you ran those times, I could give you a tryout spot. And then I did. I ran those times, and he gave me a tryout spot. So then I was able to walk on and made the team from there.
So was like when he sent you those times, was it like a big gap, or was it like something that you like really attainable that you like had to lock in to get?
It was kind of a big gap, but it was because my junior year of high school, I didn't really have much of a season in individual events because I got hurt. And then when I came back from my injury, like at the end of the season and like regional sectionals and state, we were just running relays. Yeah. So like relative to what my PRs were, they kind of were big jumps, but it was stuff that I knew I could hit based on my sophomore years. Like I knew that if I had a full season, I would have been able to actually get that far.
Awesome. So, and I guess here you are now, so you made those gaps and now you're here. That's awesome. So I think getting that like background, like you said, you had a couple schools DM you, but it was never really like a full-blown dream, but then you made it happen. So I think that's really cool. We're going to jump right into like our third topic. So being a CoBE student and an athlete at the same time, how is it managing being a full-time student and a full-time athlete? Like what are benefits, challenges, or anything you've learned so far?
I mean, it's definitely difficult. Time management can be brutal. I have spent so much screen time on the reminders app on my phone just because I'm making sure I don't forget everything. You know, I write down everything in a planner as well. It's difficult, especially during the season. It's very hard to get everything working. Like last season, I had a class where I had to do sales competitions during the season. So it was when everything was ramped up. Yeah. So it was definitely difficult to try and fit all that in, and it can be taxing, but it just makes me a better it makes me a better person, makes me a better student and athlete to just be able to do stuff like that. And then it also helps to talk about on job interviews.
Yeah, exactly. So you got that experience. Like we were talking about earlier before we started recording, you have practiced basically every single day, and then I assume you're taking like 6 or at least 16 or 15 credits. Yeah. So, I mean, like you said, it helps you become a better person and like having those challenges. So, yes. Is there like any benefits, or is it just like resume builder, career builder?
The benefits are like it really helps to prepare me for whatever I do in the future, with whatever job I do end up getting after I graduate. It's to have like the time management skills of someone who is a college athlete. It's such a huge benefit. Like just kind of being thrown into the fire, even once I was a freshman, like I had no diagram of how to do any of it, and it was just learning on my own, and being able to kind of grow that way has really been a huge turning point for me in my maturity even.
So do your coaches, like, do they have any, like, obviously you probably have to keep a grade standard just to be a CoBE student, but like what are your coaches' expectations for you school-wise? Like, because they have all those expectations for you being an athlete, but like what are those as a student from them?
So to make the roster, they want us to have at least a 2.0 GPA. So like after the first semester, that's when our official roster comes out. So if you don't have a GPA above a 2.0, then you don't make the team. And they're pretty strict on that. But I mean, once they're in the season, like if you're on academic probation or something, like they will check in on you and make sure that like you're doing your classes and everything like that. And we have one of our coaches is actually an academic advisor, so like he will go you can go to him and talk to him if you need a class to help with you to help your GPA get up or stuff like that. So
I mean, it sounds like they care and they want you to succeed as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Like as an athlete and as a student in the classroom. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons I actually reached out to Caleb is because I saw online that he was awarded the WIAC Kwik Trip Athlete of the Week. So I knew they did that stuff in high school, and like you'd have to get like nominated and then people would have to vote. So is that like the same thing? Like you got nominated and then like everybody would go online and vote, or was it just like you got voted and you won it?
So I think what it is like every college has like a Kwik Trip Athlete of the Week for each sport every week. So like I am the Athlete of the Week for Whitewater. Some other guy's the Athlete of the Week for Oshkosh, and then they have track coaches, I think, that vote on who like the ultimate one is for the week. So it's like the
coaches are voting?
Yeah. So like I said, I think our coaches vote on who each individual one is from our own team, and then a panel of coaches vote together.
Because I know there was like a Whitewater basketball player. He was like, I don't know if he was like the basketball one, and then you said you were the track one. So but that's like I found you online from that. How did it feel when like you received the award or you realized you got nominated for that?
No, I mean it was awesome to get that award, just because just because I was just happy to have ran the time that I did and to know like where I am at this point in the year as opposed to where I was last year, because I won the award last year this week for running the same time that I did 2 weeks ago. Really? So it's like really nice to like know that like I'm already ahead of schedule on where I am in my training, and that really bodes well for what's going to happen for me at the end of the year at conference and nationals.
So was the event that you got the reward or the nomination, what is that event? Because I was reading it a little bit, it was like something about you being the fastest runner for some time in the nation. Is that correct?
So it's for the 60-meter dash, and at the time I was tied for second in the nation, and now I'm bumped down by 100th of a second to third, but I planning on changing that this weekend. Awesome.
So I always knew that there was like the 100-meter, 100-yard, but that's pretty cool being almost first. So I guess you got a little bit of a goal to set for yourself there.
For sure.
Moving on, so like I was also looking at your LinkedIn and just to figure out some more information about you, not like stalkers, but just doing my job here. So it said that you like had your own speed improvement training camp. So like talk a little bit about that and like being a CoBE student, marketing, business, and that's sort of your own little business, so to speak. So has CoBE helped you like build the skills that you need to start that, or like what is all goes behind you hosting your own like little camp?
Yeah, so that the whole idea for that started out last year. My sister's basketball coach in high school reached out to me because she knew where like the success I was having in track, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to like maybe pick up a couple extra dollars and work a speed camp for my middle school athletes over the summer?" And I was like, "This is perfect," because I want to be a coach at some point in the future, and I was like, this is a perfect like stepping stool to see maybe how good I could be at it. So there was kind of like last year it was kind of thrown together a little bit, like not last minute, but like there wasn't much direction because it was my first time doing it, and it was I worked with 19 middle school girls, and we taught twice a week. We went and did an hour of speed drills and like tested them at the start of the program and at the end to see if they got any faster, to just basically judge myself. So I wanted to see if I could really do it, and it was a success. Most of them all got faster, which I was really proud of. And say for like the marketing aspect and like what CoBE's taught me so far, I hadn't really been able to use it just because like it was kind of facilitated by my sister's basketball coach last year. This year's a little different because I'm going to try to reach out to a lot more people, get a couple more sessions. Because last year I didn't have any experience, so I just kind of wanted to just kind of get what I could. But now I want to like actually, whether that's designing like a advertisement campaign or something, or posting about it on Facebook for the locals. Like I want to, that's something that now, and I've taken a couple classes on digital marketing and marketing research. So like I want to actually kind of incorporate some of the stuff that I've been taught. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to starting it up again this summer.
So how was it? Have you had any coaching experience before? And like, how is it kind of coaching and training a whole group of girls like on running? Because I know for a lot of people, running's not the most exciting thing for them. So talk a little bit about that and what other coaching experiences have you had? Yeah,
so I guess the only real coaching experience I had was in high school. When we were doing track, I was one of the only people that really understood block starts. So I would teach like the middle schoolers block starts. So that was pretty much my only coaching experience. But then just kind of like when I went to go teach these middle school girls, like they were all a little shy at first because none of them really knew me that well. But the thing was I wasn't just teaching them about running. I was trying to teach them about just being athletic in general. And I know track in middle school is not a lot of people's first sport. Like most of those girls were basketball, soccer, or volleyball players. So what I would do is I would try to find drills that would relate to basketball, soccer, or volleyball, and I would explain to them like, hey, this is why we're doing this is why we're doing that, to get them to actually buy into what they were doing. And once they started to do that, like after the second or third week, when they like realized what I was working with them with and how I was actually helping them, that's when I saw them open up, start to actually like enjoy the program and really like try as hard as they could. Because I would say it was the first 2 weeks, it was definitely hard. It was harder seeing them like, because they obviously weren't trying as hard as I know they could have. But I really, once I got them to buy in and do what they were doing with intent, that was really huge, and that was big for their development.
That takes a lot of time to kind of break the ice with people, or at least like younger athletes. So you were kind of talking about how you might branch out. Are you going to be working with the same group of girls next like summer, or are you just going to be branching away from them and trying to get your own like community of people to be in it?
So I think I'll probably work with some of them again, because I know the coach that I was in contact with, she messaged me not too long ago, and she actually said like, oh yeah, one of my daughters mentioned over the winter about how she felt like this really helped her.
Yeah.
So I was like, I think some of them will come back, but I also want to just branch out to middle school guys, maybe some high schoolers even, like try to just get as many people as I can that fits with whatever my work schedule ends up being for the summer. But yeah, I'm going to try to do whatever I can to get as many groups, because I mean, it's nice money, but I actually do really enjoy the coaching, because that's something I really want to do when I'm older. And
that's like you have a passion for it. So I think that's really awesome, like being able to do that. And it's kind of like your own little business now, even though it started on something kind of random, but now you're going to build it into something bigger. So all right, one of another question. So you mentioned you're the captain of the like track team. What have you learned from that, and how will you use it, or is there anything you've learned so far that you plan on using in your future career in like business related or even marketing related?
Yeah, so it's interesting being a captain of such a huge team.
Yeah, we have so many athletes.
We have 8 captains, but there's 60 guys on the team. Dang. So it's like you have to deal with lots of different types of people, and it really just, the thing it helped me the most with is conflict management. Like I'm really able to, like, I sit down and see other sides of stories and everything, and look at it from as many angles as possible. And helping to be analytical and compassionate like that is something that's definitely going to help me once I get into the business world. Like I say, you don't just learn about being a college athlete for being a college athlete. Like there's so much stuff that you can take from it and use it in your career, in whatever your career ends up being. And it's really been beneficial for me to be able to like have that leadership position and to grow my own leadership and my own maturity, and to try and like help other people on the team with whether they're having issues with, like, say they're down in the dumps about their performance or something, or they're having a disagreement with someone else. It's really nice to be able to be that mediator and be able to like give them that positive reinforcement that they might need. So
it sounds like you definitely wear a lot of hats within being a captain, just because there's so many people. So that's really cool. I think that's a great experience. Everybody should have at least given a chance to be captain. So we're going to jump into our fourth topic, our closing topic. What is one goal you have set for yourself, like, to achieve by the end of the spring semester? It could be school-wise, track-wise, just anything in general. Like, what's one main goal you want to hit by the end of the semester?
I'll say by the end of the semester, my biggest goal is I want our team to be able to get a team trophy at nationals. So that's top 4. That's at the national meet with scoring. Yeah. And last year we had a chance for it, but we kind of, a lot of stuff went wrong for us that resulted in us not being able to compete for it. Because that's something that as a team, Whitewater doesn't have very many team trophies, and that's a huge thing. And my freshman year, they got one, and it was cool. It was really awesome to see like how much it meant to the program. So I think we have as good of talent as we did my freshman year, and we could really push to get one of those team trophies, and it'd be really huge to bring that home, to get that national recognition.
I think that's a good goal. Is that like, does nationals happen like end of May, June?
So indoor nationals is the second week of March, and then there's
like a month-ish.
Yeah, and then there's like 2 weeks until outdoor starts, and then outdoor nationals is at the end of May. So
do you want to get a trophy for both of them, or just like one?
It would be nice to get a trophy for both of them. I think we have our best chance outdoor, because there's more events that we can place in. Yeah, and then also it's like getting a full season of training is usually people are running their best times at the end of outdoor.
Awesome. So the last question I have for you, I asked this to every guest. What is one piece of advice you would give your younger self, or someone who plans on taking the same path as you?
Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like my freshman year, it was very like, everything was so new and everything felt so crazy, and I was just like thrust into all of it with like so much responsibility of living on my own and everything. But like having to deal with that and figuring out and all that trial and error has really made me such a better person, better leader, better athlete, better student than I was when I came in back in September of 2023.
Awesome. I think that's great advice. Like, the only way to grow is by, like, you have to go through a lot of experiences, so that's a good piece of advice. All right, everybody. So that is all we have. Thank you so much for being on this podcast. It was great talking with you, and I hope these viewers got a little bit of an inside look of what it's like to be a CoBE student and a UW athlete. So once again, thank you for being on here. This is Warhawk to Warhawk, episode 7. I'm your host, Sophia Smith, and I will catch you guys on the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.